The people who are exceptional aren't the people who were born that way. The people who are exceptional don't have some kind of gift that earns them the right to be. You can be exceptional too. In fact, I'm willing to wager that God created you to be exceptional. But the thing is, a lot of us are lulled to sleep by the lullabies of comfort. And we never give ourselves the chance to see what it actually would be like if we were exceptional too. We can be. This is something that we can earn, but it's only on the other side of the work. It's only can be found on the other side of the pain. The things that we don't want to do. But the thing is, we can actually trick our minds to believe that we actually want to do them. We can trick our minds to crave the things that we need to do to be exceptional. It's going to take us rewiring our minds. It's going to take us taking out that old tape that we allow to play in our minds and plugging in a new one. One that plays exceptionalism. The one that aligns with a new identity that you decided to adopt the moment you chose to be exceptional. It's easier not to be in the moment. But inevitably, the time will come around where it's not so easy. It's not so easy for the future version of us who has to look back on who we are today and feel all the bitter sting of pain, wondering who could have been. Who could we have been if we actually tried? Sometimes all it takes is just showing up and going through the motions. Sometimes that's all you can give, but that's better than you skipping the day when you had every ability to show up and execute anyways. I went to jiu-jitsu class today. It was the 6 a.m. class. And this was the first time I've ever seen a 6 a.m. class of this size. At first I thought it was just going to be myself and one other student. But then one other person came in. Normally the 6 a.m. class has at least 10, 5 at the lowest amount of people actually attending the class, but I don't know what it was. Maybe the fact that it's Friday, maybe the fact that it's Halloween, maybe a combination of both. But the people who were normally there decided not to show up. These were the people who chose comfort today over discipline. And honestly, I'm thankful that they didn't show up, because today's class was harder than it would have been if everyone was there. With the smaller group, with just the 3 of us, we did rotations. We did positional training where you start in a specific scenario and then you have to fight from that position to get either a sweep, which is if you're on bottom, you end up on top, or to submit the person, or some kind of goal you have specifically for positional training. Since there was 3 of us, we got 2 minutes to get after it. Then a 2-minute break for one person, and then one person stays in. And they bring in another fresh person. So we're cycling through to where one person stays in at all times for 2 rounds back to back with no rest. And then they get a 2-minute break afterwards. Then they have to jump back in. So it feels like the 2-minute break isn't even a break at all. We did this for positional training for a few rounds, and then we did the same thing for the sparring rounds. Back to back rest, back to back rounds over and over again. And this was a thing that helped elevate us to another level that everyone else missed out on. So I'm thankful. Whenever you show up, when it's easier not to, there's no telling what kind of pleasures are waiting for you on the other side. And sometimes the pleasures don't look like pleasures in the beginning. But if you take the right perspective, then you begin to understand that you're actually more fortunate than you realized. So I say all of this to say, choose the exceptional path. Because the exceptional path does not yield regret. The exceptional path is how you get your time back. The exceptional path is how you gain all of the luxuries of life, where you get to enjoy the true fruits of your labor, where not just you improve, not just your circumstance in your life, not only does that improve, but the people who are around you, the people who see you, their lives improve by extension, which is ultimately the better reason to do it. Because it's not just about us. It's about who we can impact. It's about what lives can we change on this path that we're walking. So if you made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate you. If you would like more, but in a more condensed format, or maybe you just have 60 seconds to read something quick, subscribe to my newsletter for some fire. Every single morning, 6 in the morning, start your day off right. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video. Adios for now.